Big news from Sounders training camp today. Sounders FC has extended Ozzie Alonso's contract through the 2014 season.
I think Ozzie's probably one of the more underrated players in our league. You know, when I look at the, like for example, the Soccer America rankings of defensive midfielders, you know, it's a little bit surprising who some people hold ahead of Ozzie. But, you know, I think anybody who watches his game day in and day out, you really appreciate what he can do. And, you know, a lot of fans in the country, I guess, don't have that opportunity.
Other news today, forward Nate Jaqua did some work today at training and will be with the team when it travels to Florida tomorrow. Veteran goalkeeper Casey Keller, in his final season of professional soccer, looks forward to the trip as a chance to get into game condition.
Got that?
This is going to be more about getting yourself ready to play. And, you know, we were playing, 45-minute halves and, things where, yeah, okay, I played my 45 minutes and then I went and did some training. But then, like, for example, like today, we had a really tough double session yesterday, and then you're coming and playing games today and you're not feeling, like you've got the power, but you got to find a way to get through it and still try to get the job done, and that's part of that learning curve as well. So there, I think it's going to back down a little bit maybe, but now it comes down to that point where you got to prove yourself in the game and say, okay, yeah, you looked good in that little five-a-side when somebody maybe wasn't given everything, but now can you do it against a different competition where another guy's fighting to earn that spot on his team?
And that will be the focus in Florida, not the final scores of those training matches.
It used to be when I first came into the league, they always had like a preseason always down in Florida, and they had all the teams down there, and whoever won that preseason tournament always got thrashed in the league. And when you look at spring training in baseball, you look at the teams that have the best spring training record, and a lot of times they do terrible, and the guys who are at the bottom of spring training end up winning the pennant. And it's the same thing in soccer. It doesn't matter what we do right now. The results that matter begin on March 15th.
Up next for the Sounders, that trip to Florida. They'll be there 11 days, and then they come back home for the Cascadia Summit right here at Starfire. I'm Tony Ventrella, SoundersFC.com.